Ooh. Now, we're going to look at this inverse trig stuff. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to take the sine of both sides. So we're going to have sine e equals x. Once we do that, life is way easier. Because we already knew what the derivative of the sine was. That was the cosine. Don't forget chain rule. So the derivative of sine is cosine. Derivative of y with respect to x is dy dx. And then the derivative of x is 1. Now let's go ahead and solve for dy dx. And we get 1 over cosine. Now, I would prefer to not have the y there. I would prefer to have this answer in terms of x. So there's a couple of different ways to think about this. One is to draw a picture. That's my preferred way. So y is the angle. The sine is opposite over hypotenuse. Using the Pythagorean theorem, you should figure out that this is 1 minus x squared with a square root. So now what's the cosine of y? If you're confused where that picture came from, whoop, right there. So the cosine of y, given that picture, is square root of 1 minus x squared. We did it. That's the derivative of the sine. I said there were two ways. There's another way. Harken back to your pre-calc. There's one trig identity that you definitely should know. Sine squared plus cosine squared is 1. Use that trig identity to figure out what this is, recognizing that sine of y is equal to x. So now I want you to figure out the rest. It might be a little tricky, but try, and then ask questions if you get stuck.